You're listening to the Chronicles of Living podcast, where we talk to everyday people about everyday things in the past, present, and future. Now let's talk.
Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop on the road of life. You can't stop. You can't stop moving. Keep move. Keep that pace. You switching to gear. Let's go as we climb up the hill. Don't slow down. Pedal a little more. The mind is working. It's in control. Your wheels are turning a little more. Going higher another notch. Keep it steady. Don't watch the clock go round.
Greetings, my visionary dreamers. How's everybody doing today? Today's topic is be proud of you and your choices. This is Adionne. I'll be back.
We are learning, always turning later. Cannot stop the time. Always merging into lanes that better suit us as we ride. Switch it up. Switching to gear, let's go. As we climb up the hill, don't slow down. Pedal a little more. The mind is working, it's in control. Your wheels are turning a little more. Going higher another notch. Keep it steady, don't watch the clock go round.
As I said, this is Adionne, your dream pusher, your lifeguard, saving you from yourself, from the world, from some real bullshit. And this is Chronicles of Living podcast show, the show for everyday people doing everyday things, living everyday life. You know us extraordinary folk doing the damn thing the best way we can. And as I said at the top, the topic for today is be proud of you and your choices. Be proud of you and your choices. You know, as we go through life, first off, you have to make a choice with every move, with every word that's said out of your mouth. You know, everything you do is a choice. And I had this topic somewhat, I think it was yesterday, but I had a confirmation to go with this topic as I talked to one of my homegirls, my sister from another mother, a little bit earlier today, and we were talking about something like this, like about the fact that, you know, the choices that we make in life, making sure that your choices are your choices, you know, and that they are not influenced by others, you know, because we live in this society that's so, oh my gosh, now media fed, you know, everything is about the media, whether it's social media, whether it's TV, and a lot of us, we're making choices based off of what we believe people want us to be or people want to see from us. And a lot of times we make these choices and we're really not happy with the outcome of making those choices, you know. Just walking around here being someone that you really are not, just to appease everybody else, you know, doing things that you really don't want to do just to make others happy. This is not healthy. And as I always say, this show is not just for you, it's for me. So when these topics come about, I'm talking to me as well and reminding myself, or if it's something new, I'm just, you know, I'm conversating with myself as well and reminding myself, like, listen, Adionne, you need to get it together in this area too, or you need to work on this area of your life as well. So don't think that when I come on here that I'm just this perfect person and I don't have flaws too. This is why I'm on here, to allow you, my visionary dreamers, to know that you're not the only one that might have made bad decisions in your life, bad choices in your life. And when I say bad, I don't mean that like bad, in a negative way. But when we make these choices, sometimes it's spontaneous, sometimes it's a planned thing, but you made it. So you don't need to keep beating yourself up if it didn't turn out the way you wanted it to. If the relationship didn't go the way you wanted to, just because you chose to be with this person over that person, but it really didn't work out. And then at the end of the day, you realize, oh my gosh, I chose the wrong person. This is the thing. Even with that, if you feel like you got in a relationship with someone that you really shouldn't have, and you knew before you got in a relationship with that person that there was somebody that was better for you, well, suck it up. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, what's meant to be will be. If that person that you overlooked is supposed to be with you, it'll eventually happen. I'm a firm believer of that. I really am. We go through life, and sometimes we make choices and we choose people to be in our lives because of status, and because the family says that you need to have this type of man or you need to have this type of woman. And so because your family believes that, you make the choice to go after what they want for you instead of what you want for you. You get what I'm saying? And even with, you think about school and, kids going to school, going to college afterwards, or taking certain types of jobs, even you as an adult, you got kids that you're raising, and so you make the choice to take a certain job just for the money, but you're not really happy with that job. Well, still, learn from it, grow from it, see what you can get from that job. Be proud of the choice, because at least you made a choice. Some people never make a choice. Some people live their lives in fear of the unknown, of doing something different, of choosing something different, because they just don't know how it's going to turn out. But when you decide to make a choice, whatever it is you're choosing can go either way. And that's good. The fact that, you are owning your power if the choice is really truly yours. And if you own your own power and you make a decision or a choice to make a huge career change, you go from the corporate world to social work or something like that, that's a big shift. And that is where I am right now. I choose to, not work with the corporate world, even though I'm licensed to do so. I want to go with my passion right now. I'm older. I've been chasing money for years, and I don't feel that it got me really anywhere, to be honest. I mean, I still moved around, so it didn't stop that. So my thing is, why not make the choice for what I really truly love to do? Yes, it might be a pay cut, whatever like that, but I'm going to be happy. I'm happy doing it. I figure out all the rest after the fact or whatever. I figure out the rest as I go along. But the bottom line is, we only have one life to live. So if you have something on your heart and you feel like this is a choice that can make you or break you, just make sure that that choice is something that you feel in your heart that you want for you, not sometimes you got to pull away from, the choices that's the best for your loved ones, because at the end of the day, you have to make sure that you're happy in doing what you want to do in life, because when you're happy, guess what? Your loved ones are happy. when you are doing something in life that you really don't want to do, but you're doing it just to make a paycheck, guess what? It's going to leak into your family life. And then here comes the unnecessary arguments. Here comes, the breakups, the divorces and stuff like that, because you're living a life that you really don't want to live. But you made the choice because you felt the pressure. You felt the pressure of holding up to a certain lifestyle. So to keep a certain lifestyle, you got to make a certain amount of money. So therefore, you might go out and take on a career or a job opportunity just so you can keep that lifestyle. But you're not happy with your boss, you're not happy with your coworkers, and you're miserable. You come home, that's not a life. That's not living life. You want to live every moment in this time-space reality the way you want to. You can't worry about what everybody else thinks, what everybody else wants, because you are an individual. And so just as you were born alone, you're going to die alone. And what do you want to take with you? What do you want to, if a doctor told you you got 2 weeks to live, if you look at all your choices that you've made throughout your life and you think about it, how many of them were yours? How many of them were choices that you made because this is what you wanted out of life? This is what you wanted to do in life. A lot of times, if we sit down and we really think about it, a lot of the choices is somebody else's. And that's sad. I used to make choices and they were for me, but my problem was I was worrying about what everybody else thought because, again, they didn't think it was the right choice for me in my life, They didn't think it was the right choice for me as a single mother raising a young man and so, it was going to mess him up. They didn't think that. But I made the choice based on my knowledge of my capabilities and who my son was. And it turned out good. Regardless of the ups and downs in my life, my son is sane and he's smart. And he's intelligent, and he's wise beyond his years. And he is a person that, definitely can think outside the box in a tight situation, He's learned a lot from our ups and downs. So all the people that wanted me to make the choice for my son to go to a certain college or a certain school, they were in my ear telling me, oh, you need to make him do this or he need to do that. But did you raise this child? Do you even know who this child is? Do you know his personality? How can you tell me what type of choices to make for a child that I raised by myself? With the help hearing it from my mom when she could, But even with my mom, I know my son more than she do. Just like she might know me. Well, I don't know because my son been with me so much. I was going to say she might know me more than my son. But at this point, my son might know me a little more than my mom because we're with each other every day and he's older. So, but the thing is, we got to stop being ashamed of choices we might have made that, basically came back on a bad tip. There were some repercussions because of it. I'm sure that there are a lot of people out here that when they were younger, they made some decisions, some spontaneous decisions based off of emotions. And, when you look back, it's like, why did I do that? What was up with me? I'm here to tell you that life is about growing. Life is about transformation. Life is about learning. And in order to learn, we have to make certain choices. If we make perfect choices all the time, how are we going to grow? How are we going to learn? Because when we make the choice that's not so right, that is when you get a chance to problem solve. That is when you get a chance to analyze like, okay, what did I do wrong in this situation? Or how can I turn this situation around to benefit me better? That is when you get to know what you're made of. And that's when you get to know, like, even with your loved ones, you get to, when you make certain choices in life, that's how you find out who your true friends are. You know, if a choice is not so great and you got some friends that fall off and some friends that still stick around and still believe in you. Some friends that, oh man, why you do that? That was dumb, you know, and you just don't hear from them no more. Those are the perfect people that obviously don't have any flaws. You know what I mean? But you gotta make a choice every day and know that this choice that you're making is something that you want to make, you know? I've had people hold me to my past, and this is the thing, when you make your choices and if they're not so great and you just moving on from it, and then you see somebody and they want to hold you to your past, you know, you need to correct that person and let them know, listen, this is what, 2018. I'm not trying to talk about 19 such and such or, you know, earlier years on. I'm here right now. This is what I'm doing in my life now. If you want to know about what I'm doing in my life right now, we got a conversation. If not, see you later. Bye. You know what I mean? Bye, Felicia. So this is how we got to move through life. You know, I talk a lot about forgiveness and I talk a lot about fear. You know, you got to forgive yourself. You got to forgive yourself from choices that you made that you don't feel was a great choice, because it happens all the time, you know. And you know, when I look at when I'm in the market and I go through the aisles sometimes and I see the little magazines and, you know, they be blasting the different celebrities and stuff, you know, I read them just because I'm standing in line, but then always question, like, is this really true? You know, because society just paints this picture and they make money off of people's downfalls. And it's sad, you know. They make money off of stirring up chaos about people. That's how they sell the news. That's how they sell magazines, certain magazines and stuff like that. You know, certain blogs, right? Certain YouTube channels, you know, that's how they make their money, because some people go through life because they're miserable looking for the flaws in others so that they can feel better. Check that out, you know, so that they can feel better about the decisions that they made or the choices that they made in life that wasn't so great. They'll go on and listen to the gossip, listen to the things that people are saying that's bad about someone that might not even be true. And I learned that from myself. I've had so many doggone lies on me. I was like, listen, can I please get a celebrity check right now? Because some of the lies that I've heard on me, especially when I was in the music industry, I was like, but dang, I don't even have a platinum hit yet. And this is what I'm getting. Like, I'm a person that move with peace. You know, everybody that knows me know that when I walk in a room, I want to make you laugh. I want to bring peace to a situation that's out of order. But yet, I used to hear people, things used to come back to me. I'm like, what? I did what? Like, okay, whatever. And so I had to get to the point that, you know, and make the choice to not allow it to bother me. You know, for years, I used to let it bother me. And I used to sit up there and explain myself to people that were coming at me. And I used to explain myself to people. And I'm like, I got to the point that I realized, like, wait a minute. Why am I explaining something that ain't true? Why am I even taking this time and energy out of my life to satisfy this person that's coming at my neck about something that's not true? People gonna believe what they want to believe, so okay, if that's what you want to believe, go ahead. You know, once I got to that point in my life And I started learning how to forgive myself of the bad choices that I made in my life, so-called, and looking at it as into, okay, what did I learn out of this? What can I gain from this? Because as crazy as it sounds, you can gain something from something that seems bad. And I say this a lot on different shows, you really can. When I've talked about the fact that, my son, that's a great thing that I gained out of a chaotic relationship. A choice that I made against what I really felt. All because I didn't want to let everybody else down. Everybody else spent money on the wedding, and I didn't want to let them down, so I went ahead and went through with the wedding. That was a choice that I made that, while repercussions came back on me because I wound up being miserable in the end, but the happiness came through because of my son. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta look at certain things and know, like, what did you gain from making this choice? You gained something. You made the choice. Whether it was something that you were coerced into, or whether you made it on your own. You made the choice, like me and my girlfriend was talking earlier, and it was like, you make the choice to get up out the bed every morning. You could choose to lay there all day and do nothing. Or you could choose to get up, go to work, work for your career and make that money, Or you could just choose to just lay in the bed all day. We have that choice. It's just like with your faith, with your spirituality. You can choose to go after whatever knowledge you want to. And now, with the internet, you really have a lot of choices to make. You really have a lot of options out here to know and to learn more about you, to learn more about the things that you want to pursue in life. That is your choice to make if you want to take time out to learn more without getting paid to learn more. Some people don't want to learn more if they're not getting paid for it. Me, I am a resource monster. I say it like that. I'm like a resource, cookie man resource person or whatever, how he gobble up the cookies. I want to gobble up as much information as I can. It's just how I'm wired. I just like to learn. I don't ever think that you're old enough to stop learning, or however they say it. You're never old enough to learn something new. You're not. So if I wasn't like this, but I didn't make the choice to, I don't at that present time had the money to finish my college courses. So, all right, but this is what I want to pursue. So now I need to go and utilize the resources that's available to me for free, rather be the library, rather be the internet, computer, to finish learning what I want to learn. And that's what I did, Plenty of crash courses out here. You get your certification. That's your choice, So when you say, it's certain people out here that say, oh, well, I always wanted to be this or wanted to be that, but I didn't have the money to do it. Now, that's really an excuse, because there are so many courses online that you can take, even in being a teacher. I have so many different certifications under my belt. Do I like studying? Hell no. I hate studying. I'm not going to lie to you. I really do. But I have a choice to make if I want to learn a certain thing and if I want to apply it to my profile, my portfolio, If I want to apply it to when I go out here and I help and I consult with different people. And now, as I meet different people, I'm realizing that all the choices that I've made in the past to take certain courses and go to certain seminars, and they're all adding up right now, where at one point I thought it might have been a waste of time. Now I realize that they really, really are beneficial to my life. They're beneficial to the different clients that I come across, that I consult with. And as a matter of fact, if you've been listening, I started doing like Lyft and Uber. But I signed up for Uber, I think maybe like 4 or 5 years ago when it was kind of new. And I kept saying every year, I'm going to do it. Just make some extra money. I want to meet some new people, because I've realized with life, relationships are everything, whether you realize it or not. Relationships can take you very far. And I don't mean like intimate relationships. I mean just connections with people, meeting the right people. Since I started doing Lyft and Uber, and I do it like every now and then, like whenever I'm just in the mood, nice day, I want to get out. You know, I've met so many different people, so many different backgrounds, from people that's into computers, business, to people that work for the hotel. There's different people. And recently I met a young lady that wound up, sometimes I give them my card as far as what I do with, consulting and yoga and stuff like that, and if they need my services. And, other day, one of the young ladies called me back, and I've been pretty much working with her since, kind of consulting with her since. And one of the things she was saying was that that she feel like I get her, and some of her family members don't get her, and it makes her feel bad about herself and about her choices that she made in life. And I just was telling her, like, listen, I made some so-called bad choices too, but that doesn't mean that you have to live up to their standards. You live up to your standards, whatever those standards are. Just day by day, you just raise the bar. Day by day, little by little, raise the bar until you see yourself as you want to see yourself. And this is what we have to do. We cannot overwhelm ourselves in thinking that we're supposed to be this perfect person in order for opportunities to come our way, in order for us to meet this perfect mate, or in order for us to, just get certain opportunities. Don't limit yourself. Just start where you are. Make the choice to start believing in yourself, to start being proud of yourself. And like I told this young lady, she's mid-age, but I told her, like, you got to do the mirror action. I've been giving her assignments, and I could just hear in her voice from day to day the happiness that's coming to her, and through our conversations and through consulting with her. And it makes me feel good. But had I not chose to go out that day and do, Lyft and Uber, I might not have ever came across her path, and we might not never connected in a way that she felt that I can help her. And it came from just us conversating in the car as I was dropping her off, and then it wound up turning into me pulling over, and then it wound up turning into her crying. It just was really deep. Like, I didn't expect all of that day. And the thing is, I was getting ready to stop. I just was out for maybe like an hour or so, and I was getting ready to stop, and then something just told me, no, go towards home, but keep it on. Keep the little Uber thing on. And lo and behold, ding, she hit. So if I would have made the choice to turn it off and just go and not follow my gut, I would have never met this young lady, And as she said, this was her first time actually asking for, some type of sponsorship, a counselor or whatever, not counselor, consultant, to help her out with the things that she's moving towards accomplishing, and she didn't know how I worked, but she liked the conversation and the energy that I gave off. And that was it. It was just a regular little conversation, just riding. And for some reason, she just opened up. She felt like she could open up. And I get that a lot. I don't know what it is about, but it's good. It's good. That lets me know that every day when I choose to walk out my door, my whole goal is that everybody that I come across, that they feel positive energy coming off of me. That is my goal, my main goal in life. I want people, regardless of what type of day that I'm having, I want people to feel good when they come around me, or when I come around them. When I walk into the room, I want people to feel like, oh, adionne has arrived. That's my goal every day. To make people feel good about themselves, to make you feel good about you when I come on this podcast show. Because this is a show that God blessed me with. This is something that God put on my heart to do. And like I said, it wasn't an easy task to start sharing my life and coming out of privacy, because I was such a private person, believe it or not. You wouldn't know it if you listen to all these shows, but I'm so free, y'all. I'm so free as I share show to show to show. I'm just like, all the choices that I've made in the past, if you don't like it, kick rocks, okay? This is my life path. Everybody has their own life path. And this is why I'm telling you, be proud of you. Be proud of your choices. That is your life path, okay? And it is your life path for a reason. And there are going to be times when God reveals to you why this happened, or why you chose that, and why this turned out this way. God is going to reveal it to you as long as you keep your eyes open, as long as you keep your mind clear, as long as you get rid of the clutter, get rid of the noise. And when I say the clutter and the noise, I mean the people that's in your ear talking that mess. The people that's in your ear judging you. The people that's in your ear telling you you're living life wrong. There is no right way to live life. Everybody has their own life to live in their own way. So when you sit up there and you call yourself trying to walk this straight line and never think that you're going to make a mistake, you're cheating yourself. You're lying to yourself. Because there are no perfect people, y'all. Show me. Outside of God, outside of spirit realm, I didn't see a perfect person yet. If you start talking about your life, there is something. There's something in your life. It could be something real small. But there's something. There's a choice that you made down the line that you might not be so happy about. But I'm telling you now, start being proud of you. Start being proud of your choices. Stop worrying about everybody else's opinions of you, of your choices. That is the only way you're going to be happy with your life. Try something new. Don't be fearful of the unknown. Go somewhere new this week. Do something new this week. Choose a new food this week. Choose a new friend. Something. Choose something different so that you can see what you're made of. That's the only way you're going to see what you're made of. That's the only way you're going to grow, when you make different choices, but you make the choices for you. What feels good to you? If you want to have a drink, but just drink responsibly. You know what I mean? Don't drink and drive. Drunk people don't care what people think. They make the choice to get drunk and they don't care. That's how we got to live our life sober. Don't care what everybody else thinks, because at the end of the day, this is your life to live. You the one that got to pay for any repercussions that come from the choices that you make. So whatever you choose to do it and do it proud. But make sure before you make the choice, you do think about the repercussions. And think about, are you willing, if it's not such a great choice, are you willing to go through with those repercussions? Because sometimes if it's a knowingly, or if I want to say it that way, that's a new word, knowingly bad decision, now you might be bringing your loved ones into that. So just think before you move, but know in your heart that the choice is yours and it's not no one else's. Because when you choose to do things for others, that's a lot of energy. That's time out your life, and it's a lot of energy to keep up with doing things that you really don't want to do. That's too much, okay? So make the choice to forgive yourself right now for any so-called bad decisions that you feel you made in your life. Don't allow people to hold you to your past, and do things for you, boo. Do things that you want to do. Do things that you know will make you feel good. Don't worry about, sometimes when you make certain choices like that, sometimes some people get hurt. But at the end of the day, you got to make you happy. Nobody else can make you happy but you. And sometimes it might seem a little selfish, but if it is a true selfish move, you will reap what you sow. But if it's done out of love, peace, and grace, and it's something that you really feel in your heart to do, then do it. Okay? So I'm going to leave y'all with that. I believe I hit on a nice amount of things, but I want to say, just from the choices you made, don't be ashamed. Don't make excuses no more. This is your life. That's it. This is your life. Who are they? Who are they that choose to condemn you? Think about that. Okay? So I'm going to leave y'all, and I really wanted to share something with y'all today, but I'm going to wait till next week because I don't want to count my eggs before they hatch like I've done before. So this is Adionne, your dream pusher, your lifeguard, saving you from yourself, from the world, from some real bullshit. And you are listening to Chronicles-of-Livin-podcast show for everyday people doing everyday things, living everyday life. It's extraordinary folk doing a damn thing the best way we can. Thank you guys for all of your support. And if you missed the show last week, I am on Spotify right now, so you can search Chronicles-of-Livin-podcast show on Spotify and listen to the show there as well. Don't forget to download the app in the Google Play Store, Chronicles of Livin, and living without the G. I keep forgetting to say that. Visit the websites, adionne-your-dream-pusher, so you can look at the books that I have coming soon. And that's that. So until next week, next Sunday, I love you guys from all over the world. Kisses and hugs. Thank you for listening to Chronicles of Livin, where we talk to everyday people about everyday things in the past, present, and future. And if you are pursuing your dreams, I'm proud of you. Because the best part of life is when you decide to live. To keep up with us, please visit chronicles-of-livin.com. Until next time, this is Adionne, your dream pusher. I love you guys.